Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Sagittarius in this season of Capricorn. Welcome, Sagittarius. I hope your season, Sagittarius, was great. We're still in it. Full moon time at the moment. It's actually Friday the 13th. So let's see what's in store for Capricorn season for you lot. Energy around the situation is Five of Pentacles. Standing on the outside, looking in. Temporary phase, Sagittarius. Maybe this is that Christmas season where you feel like, oh, not again. I don't really want to participate in this season, but you know, it'll be fine. Just go with it. You're not alone. Sagittariuses are often very dynamic characters, but when it comes to these kind of festivities where everyone's meant to be putting on their best face and happy, they just feel a bit like, oh, really? But it's just a phase, so let's just move through and see what's in store. Excuse me. Where you are right now, Sag, is the Tower. So, yes. The Tower is a crumbling. So things are coming down, removing old, outworn ideals, all that sort of thing. But removing them, getting rid of them, taking them to the tip, and just sort of excavating the old in order for the new to come in. So it's really not that bad. The Tower looks awful, but it's got a very positive vibe about it to sort of say, well, you can get rid of all that stuff, have some clear, empty ground to make new stuff come in, build new ideals. Perfect for the new year too, Sag. What's influenced this to happen is the Queen of Cups, and that's your intuition. Female energy for both male and female. Going within, just observing what's coming next. Intuitively, what do you want for next year? Leave it up to intuition. You don't need to think about it, you'll just feel it through. Very much emotional. The Queen of Cups as well. She's a receiver. She sits there and she just receives information and digests it and then decides what to do with it when the time's right. So just go within there, Sagittarius. Don't be too worried about, you know, oh my God, what's going to happen. It'll all be fine. But you know emotionally and intuitively what to do and where to go. New things coming in too. The background of the situation, Two of Coins, so work, very much work, earthbound stuff. What's happening next year, sort of preparing for what you want to achieve next year. Adding something else of value. What do you want to do? Do you want to do some study? Do you want to sort of, yeah, whatever it is, do some things on the side that will later on sort of become something of value for you. But balancing, doing well, having quite a good year actually, Sag, you know, having everything sort of balanced and juggling things quite well. So there's no need to feel bad. You've sort of had a good year. There's been a lot going on, but you've managed to keep everything in balance. Recent influences. Ace of Wands, definitely. This is that Sagittarian energy card. Energy coming back in. Especially in this season of Sagittarius. A lot of us got that sort of blast of energy. Especially, I think it just came in the last week. Where it was just, wow, it just sort of hit and off we went, being able to get things done that we didn't really feel like previously, because it felt like there was no energy, but the energy's back. Lots of new beginnings too, Sagittarius, so this is really great for you. It's like a rocket. It always reminds me of a rocket, this card. Fertility too, for those of you wanting to start a family. That's really nice card for female and male Sagittarians, looking at that sort of aspect of your lives. Lots of energy, lots of stuff, lots of energy to do whatever it is you want to get done. Hang on, I've just got it. It's annoying me, it's not straight. The lesson that you'll be learning in the Capricorn season. Feeling blindfolded, feeling a bit stuck in your logic. Don't worry so much about that. Just skim over that. Maybe you're not meant to be making those decisions yet. They're not major decisions, they're just little things that get stuck in our head, and we go, oh, I need to get onto that. Why can't I get onto that? Well, maybe it's just not that time. And especially with that Queen of Cups there, she's sort of validating it, saying, yeah, well, just wait for a bit. Don't force yourself into making decisions just yet that you're not ready to make. And if there's something, you know, you can't make a decision on, move on to something else for a bit. Near future, and there comes the Fool. So the Fool comes in, new adventures, things coming through, you know, new path forward. This is the new year as well, I'm presuming, and this is replacing the Tower where all the old stuff went out. You cleared it out, you threw it out, wasn't serving you, and then you've got a clean slate to move forward. Major Arcana 2, Sagittarius, which means, you know, things are good. So there's no need to spend time worrying about those things that, you know, just aren't really, you can come back to them later. Just get on the new road for yourself. Move forward. What's linked to that very strongly down here in what's happening you're not realising we have? Five of Swords. Oh, other people. Other people. Conflict. All that energy of, oh, what are they saying? What are they doing? You can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, don't worry about them. It's not about them, it's about yourself. These people will offer up all sorts of reasons why you can and can't do things, and it really has nothing to do with you. It's what they think. So, you know, if that comes in, which it often does, especially around the Christmas season, getting together with family members and people sort of sticking their oar in and not really knowing. They're trying to help, but really just keep that to the side. You've got a new beginning anyway, so just focus on that. Don't listen to the chatter and other people's energy. They're coming in, talking from their point of view. It's not going to help you at all. Never does it? How others see you. Six of Swords, yeah, moving on. Clear passage forward. So this is a card Sagittarians like to be seen as. There's the boat off its travel, its balance, its harmony, it's moving forward, leaving troubles behind. And that's how others see you, Sagittarius. So yeah, well, you always manage to sail through, even though there's been a lot of muck behind you, but you off you go. What's next? What's next? Smooth sailing after difficulty. Travel. Moving forward. What you're feeling positive about? Nine of Cups, so the wish card can be granted. Emotionally, feeling really emotionally great actually, so you don't need anybody else's approval or disapproval. You just know where you want to go. You're getting there. This is something emotionally charged for you that you want to do, so just go with it and do it. It's positive, it's there. You know it's a goer. You know it's a sure thing for you, so that's all you need to worry about, Sag. The outcome, so moving into 2020. Four of Cups. You're feeling a bit sort of, ooh. A lot of us feel like that with the new year too, you know. There's this sort of great sort of expectation that everything's going to magically transform into fabulousness the minute the clock strikes 12 on the 31st. But yeah, we're still left with a bit of residue with this emotional, you know, just sitting there and going, oh yeah, well, nothing really has happened, but it's fine, it's all going to happen. Maybe having a bit of a rest too, and just sitting there and consolidating all what's happened emotionally this year, and knowing that things, you know, we are the directors and the masters of our own destiny, so don't worry so much. If you feel a bit like sitting in the, it's like treading water, we'll just tread water. Just a few clarification cards there, Sagittarius, because I know how much you hate sort of things not being, you know, moving forward. You don't like sort of things pending and things hanging around, or other people's opinions. So I'll put 1 on the 2 of Swords, so the decision that you can't make. 1 on the 5 of Swords, other people trying to tell you what's what. And then finally on the 4 of Cups, you know, that emotional dissatisfaction. Very temporary, all of these as well. So underneath this 5 of Swords, which is in the position of what's happening that you're not realising, and this is that conflict card, other people's opinions, we have the World. So, you know, successful cycle completed. Also a big travel card too. What's next? What's next? And it's interesting because it follows directly preceding it is the new journey, and then you have the World. So yeah, make that new journey, finish everything off. Good cycle. You've done everything you could do in 2019. It's successfully finished. Move on. Underneath the 2 of Swords, which is that card of, you know, trying to make a decision but not being able to sort of get there with it, feeling a bit held up by that 2 of Swords, indecisiveness, we have 6 of Pentacles. So you've worked really hard, so there's nothing to worry about, just keep going. Very fair, balanced card. Final outcome, the Empress. So abundance coming in for the new year. The Mother, also the Mother. Think about your mothers. Think about female energy. Think about all that creation of new things. Finally, the final clarification card is awareness. Awareness is like the sun. When it shines on things, they are transformed. Have a really wonderful Capricorn season, a wonderful Christmas celebration. Happy New Year. See you in 2020. Thank you, Sag.